Hello everybody. Vel, Mesh, how are you both doing? Now that's a must-hear story. It's a lot less sexy than it sounds. I had a blister on my foot and I had it for like a couple weeks and it just decidedly, it didn't go bang, it's healed, but where it healed just randomly just suddenly decided just to bleed. That was all. Anyway, how is everybody doing? I'm good, bar my foot. How are you doing on this very fine weekend? Let me know how you are enjoying AFK Journey Season 7 so far. Crown of Ashes, we starting early? We are starting early. The reason we're starting early is, I'll be really transparent with you. I'm gonna play a bunch of Overwatch this evening. I wanted to just get my stream out of the way. And I thought I would do some Proxy AFK Stages with you. I know many of you wanted a stream. So, yeah, I thought I would whack it on, Matt. I think England are playing tonight as well, aren't they? Are we playing against Ghana this evening? I think that's also something that I need to pay attention to. How are you, Matthew? You all good, my friend? How is everything on your end? Team, it looks like we're getting the Pioneer for Phase 2 next week, by the way. We have a few things to talk about today. A few kind of revelations, discoveries. The main one that I think is absurd is Clash Fronts. Clash Fronts are due to be coming back in Phase 2, as we saw in the calendar. Can I get the calendar up in isolation? Where's the calendar? Here we go. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Can I do this? I can do this. So, as you can see here, we've got Clash Fronts coming back in Phase 2. And it kicks off on July 2nd. That's fine. I'm back from work on July 1st? 2nd? What day is July 2nd, team? Is this a Thursday or a Friday? I think I'm back by this time. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, we've got Clash Fronts, but unfortunately, Clash Fronts is only 30 players. So, although we've been put into a 90-man guild, only 30 people are going to be able to participate. Did you know? I do. That's what I was saying. Basically, I'm really disappointed by the fact that this is only 30 days. Like, I'm genuinely, like, stunned that sorry, 30 days. Only 30 people that they had kind of just been like, nah, people won't mind. I think they will. I think that they will. But yeah, that's a bizarre one to me. Obviously, we've got the new Hypergean hero coming out. I'm intrigued to see or hear what you guys think of the new Hypergean marksman. Do you think they're going to be good? I believe, from what I've understood, they're going to be... I think they're going to be a summoner enabler, and they're going to benefit from summons as well. So maybe not an AFK stage hero, maybe more of a Dream Realm PvP type hero, if I'm honest. So that's a good thing for me, because maybe you won't see any use in AFK stages. But yeah, I'm also interested in this. This, I believe, is the anniversary. This is like the secondary anniversary that the game has, and I believe that we're going to get a buttload of rewards here, so that's a good thing. The other thing that I'm shocked about, by the way, is Clash Fronts hasn't been updated to include Slumber Essence. I see everybody kicking off about how Clash Fronts has only 30 out of the 90 players being able to play it. My first thing that I did when I saw this was, where is the Slumber Essence? Like, there's no... Like, if we're adding Slumber Essence to Titan Reaver, we're adding Slumber Essence to like some other game modes, why would Clash Fronts not also get Slumber Essence? So yeah, it's going to be weird. The one thing that was confirmed by support is they're thinking and they're looking to get this upgraded to 90 players very quickly. However, the 60 that don't participate will still get all of the rewards, and they'll still be able to do the raids as well, which I'm guessing they'll be doing through betting, but we'll see. Hey, Wine, how you doing, my friend? You all good? It's bloody warm in the UK, Wine. How is it over where you are? Are you absolutely sweating buckets like I am? Imagine Slumber Essence is only for 30 people. I would lose it. I would lose it too, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. Guild Jewel. Guild Jewel looks like fun. But yeah, we got a lot coming in terms of the release cadence. This will be on the 4th of July. So I think I come back here. All right. I think I'm back just in time for phase 2 is where I'm at in my mind. All right, let me minimize this. All right. But yeah, what's everybody's view on what they've seen in the calendar and some of the preview pictures? Like, are you guys looking forward to Peggy? Are you looking forward to Orion, however you want to pronounce his name? Like, what's the it's grim, so humid here. How have you been? It's classic UK humidity. My partner and I went to the garden center today, and we went to a massive wine, expecting to be able to get some stuff that she needed for her strawberry plants, and they literally had nothing. It's an exaggeration, like slightly. They had some stuff, but this like garden center was quite literally like massive, and it was just barren. It was mainly just a toy shop. It was so weird. Waiting for the usual person to remind me that your stream... Wait, waiting for the usual person... Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Fright wasn't here, Mesh. Come on, it's your job to do it if he's not here. The stream is no longer starting. The stream has officially started. So, there we go. Yes, Wine, I agree. But I'm a good boyfriend, so I did as I was told. But it was nice. We went to a bakery afterwards and we got some brownies, which... Why did I not just eat my brownie? I just had a cookie, and I could have eaten my brownie that my partner got me. Man. It's alright, I'll have it later. This Clash Front's 30-player decision is weird. What was the point of merging guilds then? Rick, it's called not being prepared. So my read on this is I am 99% sure that their intention was to make it 90 players, and it's not ready. Like the game, like they wanted to probably redesign the map, they wanted to redesign some of the like interactions, and my guess is it's just not cooked, like it's just not ready. So what they've had to do is they've had to ship it in a 30-person format, and they're gonna have to add the mutual rewards to it, and then some other way of the 60 people getting raid coins, so that they can get the access to the A's and the S tier heroes. But yeah, it's not a good thing. Definitely not a good thing. But it's just something that we're gonna have to deal with. I'm kidding. He's great. Hey Demos, how you doing? You good? Oh dear, we lost. But yeah, overall team, I think that I'm looking forward to phase 2 in a sense of I don't think anything fundamental is going to change. The one thing that I do believe will happen is players are going to start to vote with their feet, and as much as this sounds like a negative thing, and it is, the more players vote with their feet and the more players kind of express their disinterest in some of the decisions that this game's making, the better the future of the game can be. Because this is the whole point of the videos that I've been making recently. The idea of a feedback loop is non-existent here because they don't accept feedback. They don't go out and collect it. So we have to start throwing it at them in an abundance, and that's the objective at the moment. If it's not ready, just tell us so that... Yeah, I agree, by the way. I'd rather they be upfront and honest about it, but I don't think that that's their style. Having played this game, I don't think that's their jam. I don't think we're winning this. Hilariously, we might because of the burn. Yeah, okay. Burn OP. But tell me, guys, which of the heroes that were kind of like signaled to be released in phase 2 are you most looking forward to? Is it Lamantis? Is it Peggy? Is it Orion? Is it somebody else? Like, who are you most looking forward to out of those? Also, how is Supreme League going for you all? Like, Matt, are you like firmly qualified into the top 1 position in your thing? I mean, I'm guessing you must be, because you're like Giga, but I'm curious. I'm curious how everybody's Supreme League is going. I will show you mine in a minute or two after you've told me about yours. My expectation for Supreme League was that I would finish in the top 32, and that's exactly where I think I'm gonna end up, somewhere around there. Not too bad, but I'm not going for first because I don't spend... Yeah, okay, that's fair, Matt. That's fair. I'll show you where I am. I'll show mine. Third after Swiss. It's pretty good, Mesh. I got 12 wins in Swiss. I lost to a friend of the channel, by the way. Absolutely absurd. Muff, if you ever watch this, I can't believe you beat me. You're supposed to let me have a streamer priority. Like, what's that about? But yeah, I qualified for the top 16 thing, and I'm in this like bracket here where you get the bye and then you face which one of these two progresses. Yeah, I'm intrigued. This is as far as I think I'll go in terms of I might get lucky and win this. Like, I think that should be expected. But then once I get to the top 16, I think I'm going to get absolutely smashed. But I'm kind of fine with that because when I look at the rewards, the main thing that I wanted was the crowned throne from the homestead stuff. That's the main thing that I personally wanted. And then I'm a person that likes frames. So the fact that you get a jade crown all the way up to 4th, I'm never going to get 4th. So I'm never going to get the emerald crown. So top 16 is literally where I want. So if I can win this out, then I get there. And my opponents look tough. Like, this person looks more tough than the other person. But we'll see if we can get the W. All right, let's go back to this. Peggy, because supports. I hope Lamantis is trash because Dreamer told me to build Bird. To be honest, like, Bird is obscene. Like, Bird is still, like, just a ridiculous hero. I was looking at, or I got shown, I wasn't looking, but I got shown a breakdown of, like, damage for Supreme Arena. And it's like a Auna with a Supreme plus Bird killed an entire Paragon 4 Weapon 4 team. Like, that, just let that sink in. A Supreme plus Bird, just with Auna's invulnerability mechanic, was able to solo an entire pay-to-win top-to-bottom team. Like, crazy. Actually crazy. That to me is nuts, by the way. Like, that to me is just obscene. I'm afraid of Bird's longevity in PvP. The problem with Bird is Bird will always need invulnerability. So the more heroes that they can print, Rick, that have invulnerability attached to them or invulnerability for an ally, yeah, that will snowball Bird. But the less of those they make and the more heroes that they make that need them, Bird becomes less attractive. So it's a mix and match. Highway says, I think I have a chance at top 2. That's pretty good, Highway. Your account is absurd, though, Highway. Like, I'm 99% your account is actually mental, is it not? Where's your account? Where's Highway? Life is a highway. I want... Here's Highway. Like, this is absurd. Like, this as a lineup is just mental. Like, having Burb, having, what's the word? Gwyneth and Freerun all at this state. Absurd. Take a thumbs up. There you go. But you're definitely more built for PvP. I know that because you're a lesser power, but you're more focused on those kind of crown units, which is good. Let's have a little look-see. Phase 2 looks more mid. Looking forward to Phase 3. I think Phase 3... Okay, so... I hope that Phase 3 is an evolution of what Phase 1 and Phase 2 does correctly and fixes the stuff that it did poorly. I've got a horrible feeling, and we've experienced this before, where if Phase 1 is very simple from an Apex stage perspective, like looking at AFK stages now, then Phase 2 tends to be quite difficult. And if it follows that trend, it means that phase 2 will feel quite long, but it will also feel quite tough, and people won't like that. In addition, you've then got the slap in the face of Clash Fronts, and potentially a slap in the face with Supreme League again, because I think Supreme League will happen... From what I've understood, Supreme League is going to happen literally every phase. That's what somebody told me. I don't know the validity of that, and I'm waiting for the developers to confirm it, but yeah. As soon as a better Ownet bird will be extremely difficult. Yes, and that's exactly the case, Rick. But if we get another Ownet-esque hero... So imagine this, Rick, where Roland, the Celestial support, gives the same benefit that Auna does in just like a different kind of costume. Then suddenly you've got two Auna-esque invulnerabilities, and one of them can go onto bird and the other can go elsewhere. So it's going to be about the volume that they print these different types of abilities. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see the longevity, definitely. Like, you look at Atalia. Atalia is the greatest example for this. She, for the longest time, was just nuts in PvP, and then because of some of the health buffs and because of some of the newer heroes, she's kind of fallen more and more out of favor. But originally, for like the first maybe season, maybe even like a season and a half, she was just absurd. So, yeah, we'll see. Cow, how you doing, my friend? I saw that you finished all of your Apex stages. Congratulations. You got into the top 10. You were repping... I can't remember what our guild's called. Valorum? Repping our guild. I'll just say that. Cow, are you looking forward to 30-player Clash Fronts, even though there's 90 of us? I still can't get over that. That's still funny to me. Sorry, I meant looking forward to Season 8. I mean, the reason why I'd look forward to Season 8, Matt, is I've got a funny feeling that they may finally listen to the community and get rid of first clear awards, but time will tell on that. That's currently what I'm trying to work everybody towards in terms of the people that I speak to. But yeah, let's see if it actually happens or not. I genuinely think right now that Season 8 will be my last season with this game. Just speaking like very candidly and openly. I'm not expecting as much change as I think I would want moving into Season 8. So I will be interested. And these collab events just aren't enough to keep me interested. And I'm surprised that they're not spending more time on the core game, like the core game modes and the core game itself, like the gameplay. Because you get all these people come in from these collab events, and then they just kind of see that it's like having, we've used this analogy before. It's like getting on a cruise ship that's advertised amazingly, and then you get on it and it's just like absolutely dross. And I'm fearing that it's just more and more towards that. Natalia is a joke. I may reset her. Not an awful idea. My act nickname is Snake. I confused push, no have contest, but now in Apex 600 make a free-to-play comp. Snake, is that you asking for help, or is that you saying that you've managed to get to 600 with no contest? Because 600 with no contest is really impressive, by the way. So first and foremost, congratulations to you on that. But if you ever need any help, all you have to do is, if you go like this, you go !UID. I think Nightbot is awake today. There you go. There's my UID. If you drop me either a friend request or a message, and you have your proxy on your name, I can have a peek, and I can try and help you out at some point. But no promises, because I try to help as many people as I can. And today I'm helping a friend of the channel, which is Midnight. Vi, how you doing, my friend? You're good? How's life in Johto, in Kanto, in Unova, in I don't know any of the other regions. Anybody? Any of the other regions? Flat, too warm. It's so crazy, dude. It's like so warm. Is my cat still behind me? Oh, she is. She's definitely too warm, bless her. 26 degrees inside. Hoenn! Thank you. Isn't Hoenn my literal favorite as well? Oh wait, isn't Hoenn Johto? Am I crazy? Is Hoenn not Johto? I need an expert in the chat. Pokemon experts. Hoenn, Johto. Are they separate things? I thought they were the same thing. Anyway. Went from 3rd at one point to 7th, and yeah, that's really stupid. Let's just not have... Cal, the reason you went from 3rd to 7th is because you didn't have enough time to play the game. The people that were, like, literally finishing just after you, it's what's the word? It's so absurd that it was done based on, like, Johto, Gen 2, Hoenn... Oh! Okay, sorry, yeah. And that was really loud. Sorry for your ears. Cal's right, I'm wrong. The thing with, like, the Apex Stages, Cal, it was just pacing. It was like, did you have enough time to play? And those with, like, the absurd accounts that even didn't like AFK Stages could just sit there and just AFK the entire time and just complete them. So even though you were, like, 3rd, you just didn't have enough time, so you got 7th. Like, it sucks. Like, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that... And I use the example, if you are 1st the entire way through, the new charms get released and you can't play, you just, like, don't get 1st anymore, and you probably don't get 2nd or 3rd, and you're just going to lose to the whale who has all the units that they can just auto the AFK stage on. And yeah. Once again, to reiterate from my video recently, I would much rather they reduce the number of Apex stages and just make them a bit harder overall. So that it actually feels like a challenge. Because it is no longer a challenging game mode if all you're going to do is sit there and auto everything. The survey they sent us didn't include... I know, Matt. And I put it, you know, when it said, are there any other IPs? I was like, where the fuck is Yu-Gi-Oh? I even gave them the idea of the units of Yu-Gi-Moto and Seto Kaiba, and the fact that they can work similar to, like, Pippa, where it's all random luck-based, and you're drawing cards from, like, their proverbial deck. And they have, like a I play this card, I play that card, I do this kind of thing. I'm subscribed to the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh! Would actually be a legitimately funny collab for this game. I don't think many of the other people in this community would agree. So... Mesh says, after Season 8, EOS. Do you know what? I don't know where they're going to go with the story after Season 8. I'm really interested with the direction of both the story, because the idea was they sold us this, like, next 3 seasons, and when I say that, I mean Season 6, Season 7, and Season 8, as a 3-part trilogy. And if they don't wrap the story up in Season 8 for, like, the memory and stuff, I'll be really disappointed. But fuck me, do they have a lot of ground to cover, because we really didn't learn anything more about the overriding big bad evil person. Like, if you remember in Season 6, we met that, like, weird character who was talking to Siren and Aurelion, and we also saw Alucia and, like, all these different things. None of that was expanded on yet in Season 7, and that concerns me, because they've got a lot of ground to cover. Like, we have a lot of ground to cover. Okay. 26 degrees inside is still insane, by the way, Bye. It's pretty warm. It's very warm here. I think today is technically the warmest day of the year, from what I've heard. But luckily, I have a Dyson Airblade literally between my legs. So, keeping myself cool. Chips Ahoy is here. Hey, Chips Ahoy. So far this season is a huge slap in the face for me, mid-spender. Slumber Essence increased gap to Wales. SL at my ally server group is mission impossible to get even into top 48. Also, 30 means I will not participate. So yeah, for me a slap, not sure how much I can take. Honestly, unpacking what you said, Chippy, and trying to, like, put it into like other people's perspective as well, because I don't think you're alone in this. If it's true that Supreme League is going to fire every single phase, you only will increase the gap between those who can and can't play it. So you're only going to strengthen those that can't. Sorry, those that can and not those that can't. And that to me is something that I'm genuinely worried about, because you're giving, you know, number one, more slumber essence, so the gap's just going to get wider and wider and wider. And I get it. The idea is that like different kind of building strategies or teams might come up and blah 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 blah. But in reality, is that actually going to happen? I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't think so. And yes, it might be different in terms of like your seeding and where you are paired and all these different things. But similar to how in any of these kind of like competitive game modes, the same people will always rise to the top because they know how the game works, they know how the game plays. So yeah, I'm with you there. And to give you a metric, outside of the donations that I gave away on day one of this season, I have only topped up once, and it was like the 2 weeks before the end of phase 3 of last season, and I didn't top up at all apart from that for like since phase 2 of season 6. So like I've gone from as someone who would spend money on this game to someone who just doesn't, and I'm completely fine with this. And I'm happy to kind of wind down my investment in this game, because right now, similar to what you've described, Chippy, I don't see a reason to continue, because the top 1% just get further away, and I'd rather just continue to build things to like a Supreme Plus level. Like I took Bird to Supreme Plus. I'm never going to be able to take a Celestial Hypergean beyond Supreme Plus from now on, most likely. But I know that most players who do want to spend money on this game will take them to P4, R4, and that's completely fine. That's just something I have to deal with. But it just means eventually Supreme League will become like an absolute ball ache for me too. And the 30 out of 90 thing, I said it earlier, I don't know if you heard me. I think that they've done that because Clash Front's 90 player wasn't ready. And I think that they've just had to ship what they have, which is the 30 player piece. And they've just kind of been like, they're just going to have to take it. Because most of the messages that I've seen where the player base has then gone back to support and said, please reconsider, make it so that it's 90 players. They've all gone, yeah, we'll tell the development team. And when I've seen CCs, like, so content creators ask the same thing, we've had a similar, if not kind of slightly different response. And I think personally, from what I've heard, it might not be ready, which is why we're doing it there. Which is a shame. I just wanted to say that I really like the way you explain things. Your voice is so calming. You seem objective and fair about the game. Multivitamin, I take you every day. How are you doing? Thank you very much for the kind words, by the way, my friend. Genuinely, I really appreciate that. I try to be as objective and fair as possible. My content style is that I want to try and cause people to think more. Because if you're spending money playing this game, whether that's like, and I'm gonna say time is money, friend, because you guys were talking about World of Warcraft earlier. I think whether you spend your time or your money or a mixture of both, you need to make sure that it's going somewhere that you will long-term enjoy. And from the way that like Chippy described things a minute ago, like I can see Chippy losing faith with the game, and I wouldn't blame him. Chippy, by the way, where are you in Supreme League? You said you're struggling to get into top 48. Did you qualify for the top 16, top 32 stuff? Where did you finish? Need to quit my... By the way, Johto Gen 2. I don't know if I have any other Pokemon fans in here other than Vi, but my favorite generation was Johto. Gen 2 has so many good Pokemon. It is obscene. Like, they have the best starters. Controversial, but they have the best starters. They've got like so many good new Pokemon that they introduced. The legendaries were banging. Absolutely amazing. Need to quit my job, I guess. Well, Cow, you know what you need to do in the next phase then. At least you understand what you got to do in the next phase. Can confirm, quitting job for AFKJ is essential for fun. Well, Vi's got it there. Vi and his package are in the hands of some stranger now. Plus, on top, groups me with Verts, who takes all of the first clear. Yeah, I know what you mean. The first clear rewards thing is also just brutal, Chippy. It's like, I haven't talked to them, but I know that they occasionally watch a live stream or a video or two of mine. So Biscuit, if you're out there, you're awesome, dude. Hope you're doing well. But I genuinely feel bad for both myself and Biscuit, because we both obviously like AFK stages, and one of us has to lose out when it comes to a majority of the first clear rewards. And it will be based on when somebody can play and when someone can't. And that is not fun. Like, we both should be able to benefit from those rewards. Yeah. 3-part trilogy. Are they taking a page out of Blizzard's book? Send all CH units to the graveyard. To the card graveyard. Could you imagine one of the card effects from like Yugi Moto Matt as the collab hero is Monster Reborn, and he brings back a hero that's died, whether it's an enemy hero or one of yours, depending on who's died. Can you imagine? It's like you just res the opponent back to the battlefield. Let's see if we can... Yeah, this works. I would love that. But like, imagine that you have 6 cards, like different things that the heroes can do, and like I think it would. I think that as collab units, they would work so well. So well. Bring back double stage teams. Rick, I quite like the idea of double stage teams, but maybe like once every 50, like that, you know how in line with the first clears are like 50, 100, 150, that kind of thing. I would really like it to be similar to that, where it's just on a interesting cadence. I think that would be cool. Well, is this guy gonna burn? We're gonna have enough. It's gonna be very close. Nah, just short. We'll run it back though. We'll run it back. Run it back. Because now he gets bound. So now it's an auto win. Alright, there we go. War Within, Midnight, and the Final Titan. Mesh, are you still playing WoW? Vi, are you still playing WoW? I didn't know if you dipped your toe back into it, by the way, Vi. I've heard some pretty good things. I was talking to some friends the other day who started playing Midnight again recently, and they've been enjoying it. However, I did hear that this phase, like, of World of Warcraft is a bit weird because it doesn't really coincide with any of the story. Like, apparently they've gone to, and spoilers if World of Warcraft story is something that you love and you haven't seen anything yet, they go to, like, a new troll-type place near the Ghostlands, and it feels very, like, removed from the Xalatath storyline, and once again, it feels very, like, shoehorned in when you're meant to be focusing on the big bad kind of thing. But yeah. Yeah, the Sunwell stuff is cool in phase 1, but this is like the new phase with like the trolls and stuff. Apparently what's upcoming is like we're going to a different like troll type kingdom to quash a troll kind of issue, and yeah, it feels quite removed apparently, but who knows, maybe it does tie into some element of the main story, but not holding out any hopes. Are we talking about my package again? We're never not talking about your package, Vi. I saw the news today that someone in my country is selling his full Pokemon deck for £800,000. Wow. That's pretty good. Vi's collection is worth at least £8, so he can give that person a run for his money, definitely. But yeah, Pokemon in general is like a commodity and a hobby has exploded in recent years. Not even months, weeks, days, it's years. Like, my partner and I own Van Gogh in a 10, and when we bought it, it was less than £100, and it's now worth like 2 point something. I think the last comp was like 2.4, something like that. It's stupid. I keep it. No, I didn't touch the... Yeah, okay, fair. Fair enough. Ah, woo! Hey, Midnight. How you doing? You all good? We're going to put some stages onto ×2. I know it looks a bit slower, but it's so that we get more out of the live stream, because right now I'm only 50 proxies away from finishing my day, and we haven't even been streaming for 30 minutes. Well, we've been streaming for just over 30 minutes, so we're going to put it on ×2 just to take it easy. It's like 3k plus at the mo. Yeah, like dollars. There was a sale recently for 3.1, but their UK sale was 2.4. I think it was by. You're not too late, Midnight. We've been going for just over 37 minutes. How you doing, my friend? You all good? Mesh, you here? You're here. That's really as it stands, Mesh, yes. I think it will be. I will take the decision once we've finished the story and we've seen some of the changes. So it could all change, but right now, if it continues in the direction that it's going, that's where I will end up. Ah woo! With that woo too. Did you like the story? Which one? Humpty Dumpty? Little Red Riding Hood? World of Warcraft? Or are we talking about Season 7? I'm assuming we're talking about Season 7, The Need. I'm just playing with you. I did. I'll be honest, I preferred it over Season 6. I know some of you in the chat actually preferred Season 6's story. I didn't like the continuous transforming into Gwyneth perspective of Season 7. But yet again, the cutscenes in Season 7 and the conclusion were very good. I do think that the story overall was better. I know that someone's criticism recently was that the maps were a bit too small. I quite liked the maps. I think they're pretty. Could they be bigger? Sure. But I thought that the designs were really good. I'm looking forward to Bantus. I think a lot of people are. I'm really interested to see if we meet the God of Death, like we did in Season 3. Yeah. What comes after you quit? I don't know. Variety streamer, I guess. No, I don't know. Like it's way in the future. We're in Season 7, Phase 2. I could completely 180 in like Phase 1 of Season 8, for example. They could announce something that makes me go, wow, this game is back. Like this game is here to stay, and I completely flip. But if and when I have to cross that bridge, we will cross it together, and I will let you know what the future looks like, whether it's a different game, whether it's just multiple games, whether it's streaming, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I don't want to, by the way. It's more a case of like the game, similar to what Chippy described a minute ago. The game is widening the gap. I'm not someone that's going to pour tens of thousands into this game. Therefore, I just, like, what's the right way of saying it? From a time investment perspective, if Stages, which is my favorite game mode, don't change in a healthy manner, I don't know what keeps me here. That's my issue. Bantus mentioned? Bantus mentioned. I know that you're looking forward to Bantus Vale. Big time. You could do a complete 360. Yeah, I could do the Xbox 360 mesh. I could walk up to my Xbox 360, do a 360, and then walk away, kind of vibe. The Need, if you are here, my friend, what did you think of the story, by the way? What's your view of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? If you liked it, what did you like? If you hated it, what did you hate? Kind of goes to everybody. Everybody that's played through the story, did you like it this season? Did you think it was good? Obviously, it's never going to compare to Season 5. If you're new, you're lurking, you're typing, whatever, in my channel, and you're new to this game, go and play Season 5. Like, through your... You can do the story beyond stuff, and you can play through a different season. Pick Season 5 and have a fucking whale of a time. Like, that season was... phenomenal. Alright. Yeah, there you go. Midnight literally just said it. Nothing will beat Season 5. Story truly peaked there. I hope Bantus Kingdom doesn't disappoint. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Midnight. At midnight, winning only 3 out of 15 in your Swiss stages. I was so cooked. That is pretty cooked. I managed to secure a healthy 12 wins that put me exactly 16th in Swiss. So I get the seeded bye into a like top. I get top 16 into a. Sorry, I get top 32 into a round. So I'm genuinely hoping, and I said this earlier. I really, really want to get top 16. Like, if I get 16th, completely fine. But I want the homestead decoration. That's the thing that I want the most. I know so many of you will be like, I really want the slumber essence. I really want this. I really want that. I'm just there for the homestead decoration. That's what I'm there for. Come on, Saida. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. She wasn't actually near. Oh, dear. This could go badly. She needs to come back. Alt. There we go. Are they going to burn? For 30 seconds to burn. Funny this. I don't think that's going to work. I mean, we can just play it out. Anyway. The truth is, I don't like gacha games. I'm an MMO player without an MMO at the moment. Mate, I'm the exact same, Rick. I cannot wait for Guild Wars 3, even though that like initial preview for Guild Wars 3 kind of scared me a little bit in the sense of I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I did the same thing with Guild Wars 2, by the way. When Guild Wars 2 was first kind of like shown to the world, I was like, oh, it's trash. We're never, ever going to like this. And then I like forcibly didn't let myself play it for a number of weeks and then was like addicted to it for years. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Guild Wars 3. Definitely. But yeah, you're literally like me, Rick, by the way. I couldn't put it better myself. The reason I ended up finding this game wasn't because I was looking for a gacha game. It was because I was looking for like an MMO type experience on a phone. And I didn't want to play RuneScape. I didn't want to play OSRS. So I was like, what do I find? And I ended up finding AFK Journey. So yeah, it was pure luck. And then one of my best friends outside of like the world of gaming, online gaming stuff, which is Vi, who may or may not still be in the chat, I found out played it as well. So it was like a happy little coincidence. Poetry. Hey Dreamer, nice to catch the live stream. Nice to have you here, Poetry. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good weekend, my friend. Just yesterday, I started Ark Knights Enfield. Is that the Lady Big Boba shooter type one? Because I heard it has an entire Factorio gameplay as part of it. Was it good? Dreamer versus Buy. Literally, yes. That is literally what I have on my... Luckily, on this, I'm versus seeded player Buy. Very challenging. But if I can beat this and I get to the top 16, I get what I want, which is this bad boy here, the Crown Throne, which I hope looks good. But we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. But at least I know I'm gonna get this. It's this that I really want though, like this one. All right, I'm putting all my money on Buy. I really hope that in the betting system there is some way of doing that, because that sounds obscenely bad to me as like a creation. that would be pretty funny to me. By the way, they really need to fix this. Like I'm doing proxies for Midnight, and I'm put show owned formations only. Midnight doesn't own Sylphira, and there's Sylphira comps. And I know it's because it's looking at my units, it's looking at Dreamer's units, but it's so bad. Ugh. If things don't significantly improve in this game, I may transfer over to Enfield. I've heard some people really like, is it Staff versus Sword? Sorry, Staff X Sword or Sword X Staff? Like, which is it the way round it is? I've heard a lot of people rant and rave about that game recently. But I don't know if it is legitimately good. I don't think I know of anybody that's played a lot of it. Like, I don't think I have anybody in my circle that's played much of it. Guild Wars 3 mentioned? Yeah. Bring it on, Mesh. Bring it on. For me, top 16 is minimum goal. Top 8, happy surprise. Top 4 is high roll, end of the road. I think Highway, I think your account is built to like get top 8 pretty comfortably. From what I know of your units, I think top 8 is very, very achievable for you. Because you've built in a way that favors, like, it favors it, in my opinion. Like, you've done some really intelligent building strategies. Story didn't pull me in at the very end. That's kind of interesting, the need. Is it because of the final Siren fight, or is it what happened? I also thought it was a bit weird that Siren, like, opened up this like, fucking hole in the floor, and then it kind of felt really lackluster. Like, it genuinely just felt like a bit like a who gives an F. Like, it was like, we were just going to go beat Siren and close it anyway. Like, there wasn't really any lasting consequence. There wasn't really... And Siren was so angry at us. He was like, oh, you're always like this. But, like, once again, we don't really know why. And was it because we were weird before? Or, like, it would have been nice to have a bit more depth and context. Like, the cutscenes were nice and shiny, and I like that. But I agree with you, there was definitely some stuff missing from it. That guy sounds great. He does. Vi's great. Guild Wars 3 is truly a good... Guild Wars 2 is very good MMO. It's super good MMO. Do you play PoE? I have never ever played Path of Exile. I played it for okay, I've lied already. I played it for 30 minutes. That's the most I've ever played Path of Exile for. Path of Exile and Diablo aren't my jam. I can't get into the top-down, like, what's the word? The top-down type games. I don't get... Yeah, you taught me for like 30 minutes when we were at a meetup, Vi. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go away and I'm going to really try and get into this. And I just couldn't. For some reason, it just didn't gel with me. I don't know why. I don't get the top-down... I don't like those kind of top-down type games. They've just never been my cup of tea. I love the idea of like the build system and also what the game represents, both Diablo and PoE. But I just can't get my head round the top-down stuff. Do you play at the need? Is it like your jam? In Enfield, your AFK part of the game is a factory that collects resources for you when you're offline. That's pretty cool. And you can build out a layout factory like your homestead, like the game Factorio. I have a friend that literally his main game is just Factorio. It's all he plays. It's all he plays. He has literally like 1,500, if not 2,000 hours probably by now in that game. It's all he plays. The betting system is fucking dog shit. I'm not going to paraphrase. I'm going to say it as it is, Vale. Is fucking dog shit. After one round of betting, I got 3 Stellar Crystals. Now there is nothing else that I want. I don't know what the betting system looks like because I don't have it unlocked. I've heard 1 or 2 people say that it's like really good and it's engaging. I'm guessing that they might be telling a lie. I'm guessing that they might have been being sarcastic if that's what your view of it is. From what I looked at, you can copy other people's homework there. Wait, where was Chippy? Is that in Enfield, Chippy? Or is that in something different? Did I miss what it was in? Was it in Enfield, Chippy? You let me know. No more collab. Free run is still gobbling up my diamonds. Yeah, I think a lot of people are hoping that there's no... the next collab is going to be Season 8. We may get some, like, Pandora-esque type unit that is technically a dimensional hero, but not strictly a collab hero. There is a rumor going around that could be a thing. But I don't know the validity of the rumor, and I don't know if it is somebody, I don't know who it would be, so yeah. But yeah, I don't think you have to worry about a new collab, like a proper collab, until Season 8. Sword Staff, highly paid to win. There's a package worth 5k USD in the shop. Did you buy it, Mesh? Is that... I know that you've been playing it. You, like, rank 1. I'm shocked, by the way, because was it Puzzle? I think it was Puzzle, right? Puzzle had the collab, like, he had the the sponsored video with them. If I was Puzzle, I'd have gone all in on that shit and been like, give me the free 5k bundle. Give me the free 5k bundle and I'm in. You got me. That would have like set you off with the best start type vibe. Sword X Staff is even more pay to win than Journey. It has macro transact like 20k bundles. Jeez. I still remember, and you can look at this yourself, by the way, guys. You can go to Loot Bar and you can see the bundle for Honkai. To get like the equivalent of like their Paragon 4, it's something like 15 grand or something crazy. Like it genuinely is absurd. I'm terrified by it. I remember showing that to Vi and being like, is this actually legitimate? And he was like, yes, it is. And then somebody explained to me in a live stream like this, like what it means. And I was like, okay, I get it now. I'm not playing because of the game merits. I'd still just playing because I found the community 90% of the chain. Yeah, fair, Rick. That's fair. I met Cobb in a fight for top 8 and 60-40 versus Cobb versus X. Oh, you're against Kolb. I just read it as Cobb. You're against Kolb. Huh, interesting. Isn't AFK Journey top down? Yeah, but it's not the same. Like, it's not a what's the word? What type of game is PoE and Diablo? Like, they're dungeon crawl or what? They're something types of games. Like fantasy something. I can't remember. I was going to say RTS, but that's definitely not right. It's not an RTS. They're a specific type of game, and I can't get into them. That is the wrong side. I was pushing right-hand side. ARPG. Sure. Waiting for the full release of PoE 2. Is PoE 2 not technically out? Or is it actually still in beta? Did you do the... Norley, how are you, my friend? Are you all good? How's Norley doing today? Did you do the collab survey? I did the need. And I went with solo leveling. Just because I know that my partner likes solo leveling. And there was one other that I went for, and I can't remember what it was, but it was something that I had seen or watched before. But my main one was I typed into the box at the end Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah. What did everybody else put in theirs? Prediction shop is 3 scam gazers, 15 reds, 10 hamster and duckle. Holy. That is value, Chippy. Wow. Jeebus. I asked for Dracula, Phantom of the Opera, or Baba Yaga. Can you check my... Is this what you were asking for, Dark? I'll have a look in a second, my friend. I'll have a look. The betting system is pretty much just a yes or no. Gives you like 3 questions. Will Solis have a... You select yes, then you select amount. Feels similar to like the original Dota 2 Battle Pass. Will something happen? Will something not happen type vibe. PoE 2 is just 0.5. Just 5 more updates. Ah, okay. Okay. I'm biased. I really like the story. That's fair. Each update takes like 4 months. The system in PoE where they were doing like the different seasons was always pretty good. I went with Overlord, and so I went with Fire Force in the last question. Collab was Doran Shin, and then Ainzo Olaga is the OP from Arena. Freerun is the Skames Ans. I'm curious if and when they finally like... Oh, they also asked if we wanted more Freerun, right? They said you want like a second wave of it. That sounded bad. What do we have and what do we not have? We have 1 copy gunner. It's not good enough for 1 copy gunner. It's not good enough for 1 copy gunner. Alright. Let's have a gander at some other stuff. This is 1 copy gunner. It's basically who does Harak eat, and that was bad. You're preparing for Bleach. I also, because I think it will be funny. Fair. Do we have... We don't have Saida. Theoretically, this should work. No, it shouldn't, because we don't have Auna. Even though this person had 1 copy Auna. That's so strange. Is it because of the charms? No, they didn't have Auna charms on either. Weird. Very strange. Alright, so we want like a non-Auna team. Let's try again. What was that? That was the Florabella ult of just sit on you. That wasn't very fun, was it? We can do like this. And then we can go here. And then we can go onto Solis instead. Let's see if this helps. No. We still get Florabella'd. Huh. Guess I need to upgrade my Contus to S. Oh, it's not S+. Okay. I just see this, right? Like I see these and I think, okay, this is S+, this is S+, this is S. Like this is a 1 copy. I didn't realize this is just Supreme. Okay. That's probably where this is going wrong. Let's try and find a different team that might still work. Maybe this. There's a chance this works. Alright, let's have a little read before I try again. I did craft jam on Anna and Brutus if you wanted to reload. Okay, cool. I'm a boring old man. I answered I don't want collabs because they break my immersion. Honestly, I don't blame you, Rick. I think that's a pretty fair thing to say. Asked for the AFK Arena collab. When are we going to get Wukong? That would be cool. What was that? Welcome to Midnight's. No, this isn't yours. Yours was cooking Midnight. We'll come back to you in a second. I just selected Overlord from the given chances. I like the... Has any of you guys heard the rumors that Peck was spreading, which was the fact that we might get the Digimon collab stuff? I actually would hate that. I am not going to lie. I think I would genuinely just cringe. I know some of you guys might like it. Not my cup of tea, not my jam. I'm eating dinner, so going back to lurking mode. No problem, Midnight. Enjoy your din-dins. Lettuce. Ow, 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 ow. Let's try this. Alright. Let's do the other way around. Nope. Is your equipment fully upgraded? Fright. That's very dark. Is your equipment fully upgraded? I hope so. If it isn't, that could be a reason we're suffering from what we're suffering from. 600 on everybody? Alright. Okay, poke. We can have a peek at what this person did. We can see what their manual was. Okay, they just did it the way that we did it, but it's slightly different. To keep my... wait, that's what I need my P for Grayman to keep my play. Chippy, you're doing my dyslexia an absolute service here. Don't you try and cook the same team with the other chap. I think I can cook this team that we were just looking at then. I think I can get this one. Because it makes some sense to me why this would work compared to the other one. You just do it this way. You let Solis not get interrupted. You let Freerun take the interrupt. And then ideally, we're going to get Contis onto Freerun. Although my idea was that she went onto Gunner. And it's that fucks us over. Your Solis is weaker than the replay. I don't think your Solis is the unit that matters though, that's the problem. Yeah, Norley, I got 12 out of 15 wins in the, what's the word? In the Swiss. I got 16th. And I'm now, my next round is against a bye. I'm against seeded player bye, and then I have a game in the top 32 to qualify for top 16. I saw your message, by the way, which is cool. Dreamer stands no chance against bye. He's gonna actually obliterate me. Absolutely obliterate me. They revealed preview, and my honest reaction was, next, give me 1 Giga Chad King. The stage is so dumb, and the fact that we fight non-stop at the same stages suck. Yeah, I'm gonna try it on the left-hand side because I know that I'm trying it on the right-hand side. I prefer normal AFK stages than Phantomal stages. But the Phantomal side of this might be slightly simpler, just for the fact that we have a Phantomal. Oh, they want this. Oh, but we don't have Saida. Don't worry. Don't worry. Put that shit in the bin. Oh, it works. Yeah, but it's S+. Yeah, you're right, it's S+. Kitty! How you doing, my friend? You all good? We're trying to find a comp that looks like ours. I guess this does. Can we see what goes wrong? We don't want to ult the Kulu. You just die to Harak. Like, your account just dies to Harak. It's so weird. Nope. Harak is absurd against your account. I guess we can try something a bit spicier, maybe. But that doesn't work either. Okay. Wrong side. I mean, it's the right side, but it's the wrong side. Vi sounds a lot like Vi. I've never had a chance against me either. Yeah, exactly, Vi. Your package was just very overwhelming. Contis' enhanced force is so absurd. Can we see what goes wrong here? The problem with so many of these stages is the formula to solve them is Contis, and it was set up for it to be Contis. I want to try this. No, she's not. Otherwise, it would be very, very easy. We'll just fire this off right now. Like, Harak is actually just demonic against your account. I don't know what's happening, but it's just absurd. If you can't do something, I guess I'm going to spend my 1,000 upgrade Contest to Supreme Plus. Contest to Supreme... So, Contest is Enhanced Force. Just to, like... where is she? Her Enhanced Force is absurd. Because, basically, it's a stun, right? For 2 seconds. And she'll silence the enemies who violate Code of Conduct. So, yeah. Like... Contest Enhanced Force is just bonkers for, what's the word? For AFK stages, for that reason. Harak free meal. Yeah. What's your plans for Refined Charms tomorrow? All of my Refined Charms will be going on heroes that are being utilized in Titan Reaver. If your hero is good in Titan Reaver, then I think you should spend your Refined Charm essence there. If you're still pushing AFK stages, like if you're still struggling in Apex with your account, then potentially that. But yeah, I think that feasibly it makes sense just to put it on the heroes that are good in Titan Reaver. Not Supreme League. So Supreme League mesh doesn't matter. So in Supreme League, you get given the red charms. So you automatically get refined red charms in Supreme League. It doesn't use the purple charms. It just uses baseline legendary refined. So you don't need to spend any of your refined stuff here. All good. So yeah, I would focus, if you're somebody that really cares about Supreme Arena, you could spend some of your refined stuff on some PvP heroes, but ultimately where you're going to want to put more of your effort into is Titan Reaver and making sure that you get a good score there. Dreamer, what are your initial impressions of the new Hypergean Marksman? So obviously right now, the only Hypergean Marksman we have is Mrs. Kudu. She is an obscenely good one. But Lamantus, who is coming out... where's Lamantus? Here's Lamantus. Oh, alright. Get a bit close, shall we, Dreamer? Lamantus, who is coming out, is a very interesting hero. Lamantus looks to be a enabler for summoners. From what I've heard and from what has been speculated. Therefore, Lamantus is going to work very well with Burial. It's going to work very well with like Florabella, Aurora, these sorts of heroes. So yeah, potentially a summoner enabler, but also a person that benefits from summons too. But we'll wait and find out. Because I think that Lamantus, along with a few other things, will happen next week. I believe, as per the title of the live stream, we will see Pioneer for Phase 2 next week as well. So combos with Peggy, yeah. I think that Lamantus and Peggy are going to be BFFs, potentially. Yeah, I agree. TY for trying, time to S+. Dark, once you get it to S+, let me know and I'll try it again. We're getting Peggy too? We will. Yeah, Peggy, the Lightbearer support, will also be coming. She's here. Here's Peggy. She is a Lightbearer support who is an S tier, by the way, like an S level, which I was kind of surprised about, but it's good for me. Good, like not good for me, but good, like overall, I think, because I believe that Orion is going to be like an A tier warrior for the Lightbearers as well. So yeah, interesting. I'm doing great. Oh, Kitty, I reached #1 in Primal Lord. That is so good, Kitty. That is genuinely amazing. They're really giving us marksmen this season? Yes, not really, they are. Dreamer, can you cast a blessing spell for me on my lucky flip? You need a copy of Ravian. Well, you can have all of my lucky flip luck. I never have any luck in lucky flip, but you can have whatever I have, and you can freely take it, Vale. I hope you get what you want. I hope you do. I came second, right? Yeah, second in Primal Lord. I didn't get first. I came second. I had been top 10 until the last day and a half, though, so a bit disappointed. It is what it is. It's one of those things, isn't it? His Koof. We'll do some Koof stuff maybe later. Where's Dark? I was just double checking if Dark had slapped her to S+. Wait, but if you have no luck, then I'm getting none? Yeah, exactly. Ha! Trumped! Got him. Alright. Let's continue with Midnight's Stages. The reason I have it on ×2 and not ×4, before anybody says anything, is I want to spend more time with you guys. And if I have it on ×4, we're going to run out. How? Don't ask for his luck, ask for mine. Norrely's luck is genuinely absurd. Norrely, you still must be giving out... what's the word? Norrely, you still must be giving out those sunrise bags that have the 20 diamonds in. Surely, right? I got my Callan to +20 just because I had spare yellows. I bent the knee and I got my Perseus to +20 after you guys bullied me on having a +5 Paragon 4 Perseus. You were all so mean to me in the last live stream. You were like, why is your Perseus +5? He's Paragon 4. He's not going to do much. I bent the knee and upgraded him. Got exactly the heroes I needed 3 out of the last 4 weeks. Wow. I don't think I've had a good lucky flip in months. I'm not even exaggerating. I genuinely think in months. Yikes, the new merge sounds rough this season. I think there are so many different rough districts, Kitty. Hey, Dreamer. Smet, how are you doing, my friend? You said hello earlier, and I said hello back to you in my brain, but I don't think I said it in... I think I said it out loud. How are you doing, my friend? You all good? What are you doing in the game right now? If you're done with stages and PvP is not your thing, there's not much other content really at the moment. Right now, Smet, I'm pushing Apex stages for some other players. So I'm just doing some Proxy AFK stages. It's the only thing that I really... We did the story last stream, so we finished the story. And now we're just kind of like helping some of the friends of the channel with their Apex push. Basically, it's a chill way for me to interface with you guys, because I don't want to just not like make content while phase 1 is like dead. So this is a nice nice thing to do while interfacing with you guys, instead of just stood there with my character in my homestead just staring back at you kind of vibe. Norrely, if you could spare a morsel of your luck. My Perseus is P4 refined too. Jeez. Absolute whale, Norrely. Absolute kraken. Sorry for asking, do you have a guide on how to push AFK stages more efficiently? I created a playlist called Stages 101. And I can go and try and find it for you if you give me 1 second. That would have been a good command for me to set up for my bot, wouldn't it? Hold on, let me go and find it. Let's find my playlists. Content. Playlists. It sounds like we're losing in our AFK stage, not gonna lie. Get shareable link. Minimize. That, I'm hoping, is a playlist link to Stages 101. Now, yeah, that would be good, Vale. I think I need to set that up. Yeah, Nightbot, make it happen. Basically, AFK stages, this won't cover everything, but it will cover a lot of the basics while also allowing you to understand some more of the mediocre to advanced mechanics that you'll get, intermediate to advanced mechanics that you'll interface with. So if you do have any questions as you're playing through it, feel free to leave me a comment in the video. I look at all of the comments that come in, so don't feel that it would be kind of lost. But if you also want to interface with me directly, you can find me in-game through this UID, or you can just message me in the live stream, whatever you want to do. But you're very welcome. Very, very, very welcome. Kitty says, me too, Perseus, so meta PvP. Yes, this PvP season, Perseus, and in general for the last few, Perseus has been very, very good. Perseus is a hero that grew on me as well. See, I'm also one of those people that didn't pull Gwyneth to a very high level. Like, I pulled her to Supreme Plus, but I think that she's going to see a lot more usage in Phase 2. Gwyneth is, like... so from an AFK stage perspective, guys, my AFK stage lovers in the chat, we get access to a new artifact tomorrow called Vanguard spell. And this artifact was unlocked for us on the Pioneer server when we were testing Phase 1. And it works super well with Gwyneth. Like, Gwyneth was really good because of this artifact. So in Phase 2, I would expect to see some Gwyneth instead of free run style stages. Yeah. I don't have Mahira nor Saida S+. Do you think I can already finish the stage AFK stages? I do think that you can finish every single AFK stage this season, or sorry, this phase, without having Saida or Mahira at S+. If you've got Mahira at 1 copy, which just means like epic, so I think Midnight might be a good example of this. Has Midnight only got 1 copy of Mahira? Where's Mahira? I swear she only had 1 copy of Mahira. Team, am I blind? I'll just do this. Hypergean. Yeah, 1 copy of Mahira. So this is what 1 copy of Mahira looks like. It's just epic. If you've got 1 copy of Mahira and no Saida, I think that you could still clear Apex stages. Because the heroes that are seeing the most use towards the tail end are Gunner, Contus. So if you have built Gunner, Contus, then you are in a good like shape as well as free run. But if you're missing like all of those heroes, then yes, you'll have some challenge, definitely. My music's gone, by the way, team. My game broke, so you're gonna have to deal with no music from the game for some reason. It just does this every so often nowadays because this game's really, really well coded and designed. If you want music back, you can tell me and I'll do a quick Alt F4 and bring it back. I need 1 more copy of Gwyneth to get her to P2 next. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Dreamer, which Vanguard spell design is cool? Sword and Staff. Yeah. They know where their players are moving towards Mesh. Get it? Get it? Oh. Mesh bought the $5,000 pack in Sword Staff, I bet. Anyway. Dreamer, which for Phantomal. Wait, I've said that. For faction Phantomal, do you think will be the priority to level to 90 for Phase 2? Or in Phase 2? It's going to be either the Light Bearer or... So because Sylvan came back, Midnight, Light Bearer is genuinely good. Like, genuinely, like, good. And especially if you have... I know you've only got 1 copy, Gwyneth, but you have a built Sylvan. So I could see Aurelian, whatever his name is, being very good. Faramore is going to see a lot more use in Phase 2, especially as the charms get bigger. So yeah, it will be Wilder or Lightbearer, and I think it will be dealer's choice, which means it will be up to you which one you pick. I love the fact, by the way, in every new season, so in Season 6 and Season 7, Gala has been a tech option. So you'll have just seen in that AFK stage we did, we used Gala. She's so good in some of these AFK stages where you want to duplicate the artifacts. And when the artifacts are at a lower level, so a lower potency, the duplication can make them absurdly potent. So yeah, she's a really, really good option right now for the stages too, if you can squeeze her into your team. In other seasons, I could do Apex Stages using one copy of Mahira and Baleren. Yes, in Season 5. Yep, that was the jam. Dreamboat, are you Team Aurora or Team Tassie? Oof. I actually have no favorite between the two, Dave. I love Tassie and Aurora equally. I think I'm Team Fence in that one. How about you, my friend? Where are you on it? See, I like Tassie. I didn't play when Tassie was first introduced into the game in Season 2, I think it was, right? I played from obviously Season 3 onwards, but Tassie was such a potent hero. And my favorite AFK stage team, historically, my favorite AFK stage meta was the Season 3 Celestial Hypogean tile that had Taylene and Tassie on them. And you used, like, some Stooly type heroes in front of them. I genuinely love that team. It was like Pesto, Taylene, Tassie, Twins, someone else. I can't remember who the other hero was. But that team was legitimately a lot of fun. Really, really enjoyed that meta. Don't mislead people. I only bought the... Sorry, Mesh. I apologize. I'm sorry. And yet you're still... You're not even number 1 in that game, and you spend that much money. Seen. Sylvan is back. Sylvan is definitely back. Surprise Mauler Phantom stage pushing. I genuinely, Rick, nothing would make me happier, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. I fucking hate the fact that we just used the Celestial Hypogean Phantom. It is so boring. Can we please have? And I begged in Season 6. I begged. And when I had a chance to interface with the team, I said, please, in Season 7, don't do the fucking same thing where it's just Celestial Hypogean. Please, can we have just that one as our Phantom and that's it? Like, I don't want that. I want there to be like a... Similar to when we had the tiles. Right, remember when we were pushing with tiles in Season 5? And... Wait... Yeah, Season 5. And... Wait, was it Season 5? Was the last tile season? Or was it Season 4 was the last tile season? Season 4. There you go. My bad. And then in Season 4, the last tiles, it was obscenely good with, like, the Lightbearer jump. You also had the Mauler tiles, which were front-forward, like the ones at the front, and you had Baleren on them. And you had this Baleren shield meta that was utilizing Shakir jumps onto Hugin so that Hugin got haste quicker. You had the Wilder tile just because the Wilders were just good. You had Graveborns being used occasionally because their tile was when Shamira effectively got a kill, she got more powerful and she just snowballed and was able to kill the entire enemy team. Like that Season 4... You had 4 out of the 5 factions being actually used. Like, now I can just go through the entire thing with the Celestial Hypogean Phantom. Like, that is not cool. That's bad design. Like, that's terrible design. Honestly. You also had Faramir and Mauler. Yes. Yeah, you did. I don't know if we're winning this one. We didn't win. Alright. Mesh, are you playing? I installed the game on my phone but never got around to playing it. I'm not sure because neither ask for consent, Dave. Not available in my region. Oh, is it not even available in your region? You have to use a VPN. Jeez. Oh, is that because of the loot box rule in mainland Europe? Is that because of that? You're expecting way too much from them. They only had enough brain power to make the Graveborn less OP. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. The fact that we had... In Season 4, we had so much diversification. And then even in the first season of Phantomals, right? The first season of Phantomals, you had Tesco, or Tiesto, or Tieso, whatever his name was, the Lightbearer guy. You had the Wilder person, I can't remember who, the Snowstomper. And then you had Alucia. And we genuinely used the swap tickets to move between the 3 of them because they were all good at AFK stages. I haven't used one swap ticket in the last 2 seasons. Let that settle. A mechanic that they actively give out and encourage people to use, I have not used in the last 2 seasons. Like, how can you sit there and go, guys, we fucking knocked this Phantomal thing out of the park. Like, we've designed this incredibly well. It is an absolute dumpster fire, in my opinion. I may be too on the nose, I might be too harsh, but I can't, it's like, it would literally be like never respecking in World of Warcraft. Yeah, it's just absurd to me. I use swap tickets. Yeah, okay. Like, people use swap tickets mainly for, like, tower pushing. That's where they end up. Yeah, there you go. Vale said it. Like, tower pushing is probably the only place where I've seen people use them. I think they pulled back on Phantomals after the... I mean, the problem is, even in that season, Phantomals, even in Season 6, Phantomals were just shit. Like, you had one Phantomal for PvP, and you had one Phantomal realistically for AFK stages. Like, it just, yeah. The Phantomals haven't been that influential, considering we cleared some stages with no... Exactly, Dave. Yeah, you're right there as well. In last season, we had the Sylvan, Hugin, Saida non-Phantomal team. Yep. I used my... at the start of Marsh Toad PL. Because you weren't full. You weren't full there. Freerun is the best. Smet has actually got it on the nose there. Freerun is the best Phantomal. I agree there. I'm intrigued to understand. All right, hold on, team. This is irking me. Having no like win music or anything like that. I'll be back in a second. It's probably 99% of the fight he is kissing the floor 5 seconds into the match. I mean, that tends to be what happens in Phase 1. Our Phantomals are so weak that they get coughed on, similar to how the bird does, and they just die. So you just use them for the little stats, but... yeah, it is what it is. Why does the game keep recommending me birdie comps? I haven't got a single bird. Yeah, I don't know. It's broken. Brokedy-yoken. There we go. We got music back. You didn't play during when AFK stages were infinite. I played... Okay, so I played during Season 3. If you're... So, in Season 1, AFK stages were quote-unquote infinite. Like, they kept going and they stacked up. My pre-season had infinite stages in them when I started in Season 3. So, I had pre-season, then Season 3 was my transition kind of thing. And infinite stages were good. And then in the Season 3, that format was good. Like, the highest I think players globally got up to was like 4,000 and something. And I think I got up to like 3,600 or something like that. And then in Season 4, they made infinite stages a legitimate thing. And then in Season 5, Apex got introduced. I still think I preferred the Season 3 way of doing things, personally. But I think I would enjoy Apex if there was less... So I say I think I would enjoy Apex if there was less. But I enjoy Apex stages, I just don't enjoy them at the moment. I think if there were less Apex stages to do, it would be a bit more enjoyable. Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole thing to unpack there. Sylphira made AFK stages the easiest ever. She did, Kitty. You're not wrong there. She absolutely poops on Baelren and Almus. Absolutely poops on them. Have you... Yeah, so there's a box that you want to make sure you've ticked Midnight, which is the box up here, which shows the formations that you've owned only. But I know that you don't have Bird. When I click this, it's doing it for my account, not yours. So it's giving me the suggestions that reflect my account, not yours, unfortunately. I just need one more copy of Sylphira to get her to Mythic Plus, but she is great on Apex stages even now. Yes, she will be. She gets even better at Mythic Plus Snarly, though. So that's pretty cool that you only need one more copy. You might get that soon, right? Through some of the guild medal stuff, maybe a reset. Pretty good. Dreamer clearly has it ticked. Yes, so it's... Basically, if you are ever proxying somebody, the information of what teams get suggested are based on my account, not the person that you're proxying, which is just bad once again, but it is what it is. It's just bad design. Oh my god, it's Dreamer. Hey Narcissus, how you doing, my friend? Proxy me. You are more than welcome to message me. We're proxying midnight at the moment, but I can happily take a peek when I'm playing again. All you have to do is send me a message. My UID is in the chat now. Yeah, there it is. Nightbot sent it across. Drop me a message and just let me know if Proxy's on your name card or just send it to me directly. Aoife! How you doing, Aoife? How are you this week? How's your week been? You good? That's so dumb? It is. It's very dumb. Yeah, when I proxy my freeze play, it does a ton of... Yeah, exactly. Nightbot was fast with that one. I swear Nightbot, like, after the last stream where Nightbot took, like, 11 seconds to... Like, even more than that. It was, like, 20 seconds to respond. Nightbot has been on it today. So, we applaud Nightbot for its responsiveness today. Alright, team. We're closing in, I think. We've got 22 left. So, what we're going to do is... Where is it? The team recommendation is based on your server, or it takes everything. It takes every single... So when you go into the recommendations, if I was going into it for my account, it would look at the heroes that I have built and fit the records that are closest tied to them. But it's based on every single thing. So, for example, when the first ever player... So if I rock up to an Apex or an AFK stage and I'm the first person to clear it, everyone else who is second, third, fourth, whatever, like, just catching up, would also see that record. However, just to highlight this, because this is something that some of you might not realize, this AFK stage record here, this could have been created by this individual. However, if somebody comes along and they're weaker than this account and they clear this AFK stage or Apex stage, they then take this record and it would have Midnight's name here instead. So when you're going to AFK stages and you see all of these people, it doesn't necessarily mean they were the first to clear it. It means that they created a record and it's potentially theirs, or they utilized somebody else's and they've overridden it. So just because there is only sometimes maybe like 1 or 2 records, like sometimes you'll see it where there's just 2 like that, there are so many players that have done it, but there are really only 2 solves right now, and those are the 2 weakest players who have done them effectively. So it allows you to try and pick the one that fits your account the best. I hope that makes sense. Whenever I'm doing a proxy for someone, the record showed will be based on... Noted. Rick. Oh. Absolute blinder, Rick. Absolute blinder, my friend. Morning Dreamer, morning Odd. I finished the boring Apex 2 nights ago. Had a nice rest yesterday. That's fair, Aoife. You deserved it. Definitely deserved it. Congratulations. Just done 370 Apex stages so far. Normally, you can tank out all 1,000 with your account wholeheartedly, definitely. It's just going to be about how much time you've got. But you 1,000% with your account can get all 1,000 done. I think you could do them now as well, genuinely. Your account's great. You got S+? I'll have a peek, Dark. I'll have a peek. I'll do this one. I was in the middle of doing something before Rick made me lose my train of thought. Come on, Rick. What are you doing? Team. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago, I was not very well. And I couldn't do my normal... what's the word? I couldn't do my normal weekend stream. So what I wanted to do was... what I wanted to do was do a giveaway, because I didn't get a chance to do one a couple of weeks ago while I was in hospital. And yeah, that was kind of part and parcel why I wanted to make sure I got a live stream today. So if you would like to enter, Let me just make sure that I actually start the live streams giveaway. There we go, I started it. All you have to do is do exclamation point Gazette. And the prize is a premium Gazette. So the one, and I'll tell you in a second which one it is once we've defeated this AFK stage. Obviously there are two types of Gazettes. One of them is a classic Gazette, and the other is it called a premium Gazette, team? It's the one that gives away the epic invitation, that is. And effectively, we will be giving away the one that is the higher value. We'll be giving away, I can show it to you now, hold on. We'll go into the trolley, we'll go to Aspiria Monthly. It's this one, it's the premium Gazette. So this is the one that we'll be giving away today. So all you have to do to enter is exclamation point Gazette like everybody else is. Doesn't matter if you are a member, if you are a subscriber, you can enter it, whatever you do. There's no bias here. I don't do it like that. Whoever's watching, you can benefit. It's just my way of giving back to the community, and the fact that you've spent time in my live stream, I greatly appreciate it. Like always, if you are somebody that does buy dragon crystals in this game, you are more than welcome to use my use my loot bar. If you do, anything that you basically spend within my shop, I get a portion of, and effectively that portion goes towards these goes towards these giveaways. So if you win this giveaway, just know that it was directly funded by the community as well, which is why I like to just give it back. I'd rather everything goes into the community than, yeah. I know you do, Mesh, and I love you for it, so thank you for that. Can I have 2 times Classic Gazette if I won? That's cheaper for me, so go for it, Midnight, sure. Dark, I will do yours. Just as a heads up, we're not gonna pull the winner very quickly. I'm gonna give people a chance to filter in and benefit from it. So yeah, just as a heads up, don't expect me to suddenly just whap out a winner on the table. We'll pull one in a little bit when we get a chance between some AFK stages. All right, let's see if this makes any difference, Dark. So ideally, what will happen here is not that. Ruh-roh. You needed to rest. No, we can. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I did. Hello there. I said that very Obi-Wan Kenobi-like, didn't I? Hello there. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I'm having a great weekend. How are you? You having a good weekend, Drac? Let's see if we can find a more comparable team. I don't want to pick that one. Maybe we just go with this one. Let's have a little look. Yep. And then we get to go on to free run. And then she gets interrupted again. Which is bad, I guess. Ooh. She's gonna die. The heat is destroying me, but all is going well. The heat is very, very oppressive, isn't it? Is that why your bio is a retired AFK stage pusher now? Honestly, I'm not going to push Apex or AFK stages as hard as I used to in Phase 2. And probably in Phase 3 as well. Purely because I don't think that they're going to change what I would want them to change in any quick fashion or format. Therefore, I'm probably going to take my foot off the pedal a little bit when it comes to pushing. Yeah. So that's why my bio is what it is in a tongue-in-cheek manner. Let's try this again. Happy Father's Day, yes. Nora Lee's got it right. It's Father's Day today for a lot of people in the world. So happy Father's Day to any of the daddies in chat. I can tell you who's not having a good day. Saudi. Oh, is Spain finally turned up to a World Cup game? Or are they actually still losing? Dark, I swear something is just allergically wrong with your account. What is this? Oh my god, I'm a cat daddy. You're right. You're legitimately right. Yeah, hang on a minute. Where's my present, mate? I'm just looking at my cat. Yeah, you. Where's my present? Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you. She ain't happy. She was fast asleep. I genuinely don't get what's happening here. We're just gonna go full control. We're gonna do this. We're gonna wait. We're now gonna go. I really, really want to just put it on Gunner so that he spams his shield stuff. I'm not gonna ult Gunner. I'm gonna ult free run. I am not ulting Gunner. Now I'm gonna ult here. Well, that's bad. Alright. So I need to ult. Okay. But that's the way to do it. We figured out the way to do it. Or we figured out the way to live, at least. So what we do is we go here into this. We're going to hold. Okay, we just got pooped on. I think you need to silence LM. We do, but at the same time, it's one of those things that we definitely need to silence LM, but you can't just you can't really be like, ah yes, I'll just silence LM. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. But yeah, this is the way to do it, at least. So we'll insta-pop this. We'll do what we did last time, which is now we're hoping that he lives. This is Gunner that we're saying by he. We're hoping he lives here. We're gonna ult. We're then having... See, it's not the LM, it's the Florabella that's killing us. LM is absolutely nothing here. It's Florabella that's wrecking us. But I want to ult free run. I think I just have to ult her in a different pattern. No, I think it's too early on the Selease, but we'll get punished for it probably. Let's have a look. Okay. So now we want to move towards this being ready. So we're stalling, we're stalling, we're stalling. We want contest to be ready, and then we're going to do this here, and we're going to go here. And then we're going to go like that. And then we're going to put it on ×4. I'm going to put it on auto. And we fucking win. There you go. There you go. That is why I am good at this game. Da, da, da. Oh, you did the other side as well. Sweet. That's understandable. Everybody needs a break from... Yeah, I think so too, Kitty. I think it's important. You did the other side. Nice. That's good. Okay. I'm just looking through some of the teams. They're interesting to me. This AFK stage was really weird. 4 birds and a ball. 4 birds and a ball. Have fun with your birds. Have fun with your birds. This one's quite nice though, is it not? Is this not a simple AFK stage? Yeah, this one's pretty easy. We have a built team for this. I mean, I can't be alone, by the way, in this. Did nobody else find Season 7 Phase 1 Apex Stages just absurdly shit and boring? Like, the whole cadence and pacing stuff is just terrible. Like, the fact that you slaved... Like, I know it's a very continuous thing in Apex, but it was even... Like, it's just... It gets worse and worse, and the more it happens, the more it grinds somebody down. Like, having days where a charm gets released and suddenly all of those AFK/Apex stages are doable is just... I don't know. It's just not fun. This is a cool AFK stage. I liked this this little combination of people, and I like the fact that free room was at the top for this. No opinions as an Apex stage slacker? Yeah, but you slack because it's my content. Dreamer, can I send you something? Of course you can. Is that you asking for permission or you asking for my Discord? But of course you can. You should be able to find me on Discord. Did I post? Maybe I messed up and I forgot to post I've gone live. Where is it? Creator Zone. Yeah, I forgot to put my YouTube thing into the AFK thing. My bad. Thank you. It was the issue contest. Yeah, Dark. The nice thing is, dude, now you've got it, you won't regret having it. So it's all good. All right, team. Bringing it all the way back to and yeah, you got my permission. Bringing it all the way back to the exclamation point Gazette. This is your final call for entering the contest. If you would like the opportunity to win a premium Gazette, if you do, all you need to do is exclamation point Gazette. Get entered. There's no catch-22. The only thing that you'll need to do if you are the lucky person that wins is send me confirmation of what your UID is so that I can give it to you. Otherwise, I won't be able to do that. If you forgot to post, then everyone here is the real ones for the Dreamer. Yes, I forgot to actually hit enter and post it into the channel. So everybody here is genuinely here because they follow my channel. So that makes me feel a bit more warm and fuzzy on the inside. And it also makes me feel a bit better about the giveaway going to somebody who is a real one. All right. There are 17 of you entered right now. I'm going to do a little countdown. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you'll see who the winner is in the chat. Drum roll, please. The winner is Nuez. Congratulations, sir or ma'am. I don't know if it's sir or ma'am. You have won the giveaway for this week. Congratulations, my friend. If you are familiar with the format, all you need to do is give me your UID. And if you need help finding your UID, just let me know. It's very easy to find, but I know sometimes it's not the most easy to locate. But congratulations. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, indeed. You are our winner, my friend. So, congratulations. Oh, got it ready. There it is. Perfect. So, what I would do... Bear with me while I find... that ain't gonna work. Let me just find a little team that I can quickly put on in the background while we do this. While I do the process, he says. Is there one that I can find? Yeah, sure. We go top up. We go Premium Gazette. We go top up now. That sounds like I lost. Did I lose? That sounds like I lost. I feel like I lost, team. I'm hearing the sad music, so I'm guessing I lost. I can press this. And that, my friend, should have gone through. So you let me know if it did. And if it did, I'd appreciate just you confirm that it did. I used all my luck for the big 3K giveaway. Midnight, I think you definitely used all your luck for the 3K giveaway. If you had won this as well, I think that would have been obscene. So yeah, Midnight was in our day one. So what we tend to do on day one of a new season and of new phases, we do bigger giveaways. So like we give away some dragon crystals, or we give away some growth bundles, these sorts of things. And Midnight was the winner of our 3,000 Dragon Crystal giveaway. So I know a lot of people were very jealous of you, Midnight, there. Yep, you got it. Sweet. Noras, thank you so much for supporting me. So just to like echo what I was saying earlier, all of this is because people use my loot bar link, and it's just my way of giving back the money that I earned through that. So thank you so much, and I genuinely really appreciate it, guys. Supermarket giveaway. After your 20,000 sword staff, you can't afford your supermarket shopping mesh. I wasn't expecting. I entered and went to the get-go. I know. Is that my mesh said supermarket giveaway? I'm now connecting the dots. Congrats. Yeah, Kitty's correct, echoing the congrats. Alright, let's continue while we have a few more proxies left. Ba-ba-da-ba. It's also good to know that the giveaway system in Nightbot still works after a couple of weeks. After how laggy it was the other day when we were asking it to do stuff, I was kind of scared. Nightbot took like the day off because obviously I had a week off. And Nightbot was like, I don't need to do my job. And then suddenly I awoke it and it was like, oh god, I actually have to do something. Guys, I actually want your opinion on something. Quite badly. And what do you think about the Apex or AFK stages being the same on both sides? Like, what do you think about that, like, repetition? Was that something that you liked? Was it something that you disliked? Because in the circle and the stage pushing community that I actively like talk to, people hated it. Like, they really disliked it. But I was talking to a few other players last night who were a bit more casual, and they really liked it. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm disconnected or if it's like you can't stand it, you think it's annoying, lazy game. Okay. So I'm wondering, I was trying to figure out whether the pushing community are the ones that are like disconnected from the world, and we are the ones that probably need to like bend the knee and be like, yeah, do you know what, it's actually okay? Or whether just in general the community thinks that it's a bad thing. Lazy recycling, but most players may not even realize it because of auto progressing through them. True, yeah, true, Midnight. Casual start later and get more autos, that's why I like it. Pushers have so much manual and sin. Pushers, yeah, true. The amount of, it's crazy, like seeing the, so this season more than any, I say that and it's only been a phase. This phase, it felt like every single day, the synergy was a wash. So let me kind of unpack and describe what I mean by that. Sometimes what you'll do as an AFK stage pusher is you will use your synergy. If you are a day one deficit pusher, like if I rock up to Phantom Apex stage 115 and I had to use my synergy here, there's a good chance, looking back at some previous seasons and phases, not like 100% nailed on, but there's a good chance that that synergy would remain for the next day as well. So it meant that you weren't like punished or you weren't at a disadvantage for using a synergy. So it basically meant that if I got somewhere, used a synergy, it felt like you were a day ahead. I think every single synergy washed maybe bar one within a day. And I know a lot of players didn't like that as well from the pushing community. Evening! I thought it was a bit annoying. Hey Chris, by the way. I felt the stages were much better difficulty balance with each other. Maybe that's because QA was better with fewer stages to check. I don't think that... here's a hot secret. I don't think there's any QA on AFK stages, my friend. Like, none. Absolutely none. There's no QA. But, in saying that, I think the difficulty was balanced because... Okay, so the difficulty wasn't balanced. The difficulty was balanced around charms, which is the same as Season 6 Phase 2 and Season 5 Phase... Sorry, Season 5 Phase 1 and Season 6... Season 5 Phase 2 and Season 6 Phase 1. We had the exact same. We had the exact same type of balancing. And it's purely because of how charms interact and how the AFK stages were, to be fair, I'll use the word that you used, balanced. And they were balanced around blue charms. So when purple charms came out, everything just fell over. They like kind of pigeonhole, they like fix an AFK stage like tier or like difficulty around a charm. That tends to be the easiest way to match it up. And this time it was blue charm, so when purple came out, everything just died. So when we get access to Pioneer, by the way, next week, when we flow into Season 2, Mesh, make a note of what the charms that we have available to us on Pioneer are, because I will easily be able to tell you whether the phase will follow the hard or easy difficulty, unless that data set finally untrends itself. Mesh, I just saw what you said. Idiot. Blast, yeah, I'm good, thank you, by the way. How are you, my friend? You're good? Did we want to talk about Peggy or the new, as you put it, RGB Hypergean? What do we think that the Hypergean is going to be good at? Do we think it's going to be a Dream Realm must-have? Do we think it's going to be a PvP god? Like the new Hypergean Marksman, what do we think, team? Where's it going to end up? I've got a feeling it's going to be a Dream Realm PvP hero. But I reckon similar to how Aurora was tagged Dream Realm AFK stages, it might have the same tags as that. That's my guess. As for Penny, I ain't got a fucking Scooby-Dooby clue. I think Penny will be cool. I really wish King Roland and Orion is how I call him, but Orion, release also. Orion will be in the depths of Phase 2 Blast, and then you've got King Roland at the start of Phase 3, my friend. Skip. We only believe in Giga Chad now. I think they allow rollover because some days I forgot to use it. So as long as you request it, Kitty, then you get the next day's one as well. PvP because chaos sounds like crowd control and crowd control doesn't matter in... Yeah, fair. That's actually true. He could be a crowd control type unit. That is actually not a bad shout. The thing that I have seen so far with Lamantis, the new Hypergean Marksman, is he is a summoner matters type hero in terms of he and also the summons get better as more of them are around. So I think that he's going to play really well in a summoner-based team, and I'm trying to think where that even happens, and the only two places are realistically PvP and Dream Realm. Like, I don't know of, and somebody will easily be able to tell me this if I'm wrong, I don't know of an AFK stage type hero that summons units, other than maybe Aurora, very rarely. I wonder if Bale is going to get mogged by King Roland. Dawnblade versus Excalibur. Rito, if they don't have an interaction between Bale Ren and King Roland in your... either in your, like... where is it? In the Noble Tavern? Is that what it's called? In the Mystical House in here? If they don't have a Bale Ren King Roland thing in here, where it's like, oh, nice sword, chump, kind of thing. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Aurora Gala stage comps for non-Saida havers, true. Cecia and Florabella in the early, yes, true. Flora, like, honestly, there could be a world where Cecia gets an S++ and suddenly becomes meta again in stages, right? So maybe that's a thing with regards to summoner units for AFK stages. Yeah, maybe. So we have 3 more proxies, I think it is. I think it's 3 more. He's very colourful, Blast. You're right there. You're definitely right there. I love Lamanta's design. I'm also hoping that the non-binary, since the announcement I saw said they, probably including the summon. Yeah, true. However, they did kind of hint that it might be, but I don't know. We'll find out. We'll definitely find out. I believe the trailer and all of the information will come out this week. Like, I suspect that the trailer for Lamantis will be tomorrow, and I think Pioneer will probably be like Wednesday then. Which lines up quite nicely, because if we do a live stream Wednesday like we normally do, it means that my Wednesday live stream will be the Pioneer testing for Phase 2. If for whatever reason they say that the Pioneer stuff is going to be Thursday, then I might delay the live stream till Thursday just so that we can play it. But I've got a feeling that it's going to be Wednesday. We'll see. And if it's Tuesday, maybe we stream a day early. We'll find out. Alright team, we've just made it past the 2-hour mark, and I think that we are just about to hit all of our proxies for the day. So we might be winding down the live stream here. Let's have a little peek. It's 6 PM where I am in the world. Oh, I've had a very long weekend. I went to a wedding on Friday, which was awesome. It was very warm, but it was awesome to see one of my friends get married. And then yesterday, I celebrated Father's Day a day early, which was cool. Got to say hi to my Pat. And then today, I've been to the gym, been to the garden center, done a bunch of chores around the house. Now I've basically finished my live stream. Kind of fortunate that King Roland is not released in Phase 2. Nick, is that because you are low on stellar crystals, my friend? Or is that just because you don't want to see him in the game till Phase 3? I don't know why I have it in my head that they'll say Lamantis' name weird in the trailer. Lamente! Like, I don't know, like it'll be... I'm intrigued by... There we go, we're at our limit. I'm intrigued by, like, what the guy's voice is going to be like. I've got a feeling he's either going to be Burial-esque, where he sounds like, oh, wahi, like, I'm Lamantis, like that, or he's literally going to be like, Lamantis. Like, he's going to be proper chaotic, dark vibe, but we'll see. We'll see. That's Mario, bro. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, that's Lamantis. You can't say that. That's Lamantis. Overlapping there. Wait, what? 6, 7. Oh, wait. I just 6, 7, 6, 7. For fuck's sake. Maybe there'll be. That would be actually not like. That would be pretty cool if there was like a certain amount of voices just overlapping. Demo can have. There you go, Demo. What was the other one that was needed? It was Gunner. I've given out my Gunner for today, but Demo can have that. I'm expecting creepy like Saida. Ooh, Saida's voice is genuinely awesome though. Where's Saida?
My slumber ends.
My slumber ends. Like she's cool. She's cool. All right, team. Well, that's everything for today. I will see you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. One of these 3 days. You legit sound like SpongeBob. Rito, I'll take that as a compliment, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Krusty Krab! So yeah, I will see you for Phase 2 Pioneer shenanigans. When I see you next, it will be that. Like normal, if we get any of the character previews for like Lamantis, Peggy, anybody else, I think it's just going to be those two. We will, what's the word? We'll cover both of them. We all know Dreamer is the best Cassidy. Mate, my Cassidy impression is legitimately undefeated. If you missed my Cassidy, I did an entire roleplay of the story play quest in the day 1 live stream. I legitimately recommend you check it out because, wow. I've already been contacted by the developers to see if I'm interested in voicing Cassidy in the next season. I turned it down. It's beneath me, honestly. But yeah, Cassidy needs an asthma. Dave, brutal. Awoo, awoo translates to bye bye. Awoo, awoo to you too then. Team, thank you so much as always. Nares, you're very much welcome. Congratulations on your Gazette live giveaway win on today's live stream, my friend. But yeah, I shall see you in the week. If you guys need anything from me before then, just give me a bell on Discord or in the game, and I will see you when I see you. All right, toodaloo, bye.